$99 and gallons of Coburn Farms 2% milk for $2.69. Thank you for shopping locally, and we do appreciate the business. Hope to see you soon.
Dinner time just got easier with WTIM Pana. Enjoy great food that includes amazing pizza, tasty pasta, salad bar, and chili. On Monday nights, enjoy the spaghetti special with garlic bread and a side salad for $8. On Tuesday nights, come in for the lasagna special with garlic bread and a side salad for $9. On Wednesday nights, grab yourself an individual pizza and side salad for $9. WTIM Pana is proud to be serving Pana and the surrounding areas with great Italian food since 1985.
WTIM. Welcome into the WTIM Pana Morning Show on your information station. It's brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. Joining them today, it's Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, Locked and Loaded Limited, Your Pana Save-A-Lot, and Whiskey Bill's Saloon and Liquor Emporium. Joining me now in this segment is Pana Junior High Principal Lisa Mayhall and students Brinley Tipsword and Milo Martel. Good morning to the three of you. How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing today?
We are doing well over here, and glad to hear you guys are doing well. I know with the nice weather out, we're in school, but we'll have some time to enjoy it later this afternoon. So I hope you guys get out and do so. Today, we want to talk a little bit about Panther Den. And Panther Den, this is completely new to me. If you would, just kind of fill me in on what Panther Den is and how it benefits students and maybe even the community.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, we generally just kind of go around and help other people, whether it be churches or people around the school. Yeah. So the Panther, and that was Milo. The Panther Den is a student group that we have here that our 8th grade social studies teacher, Mr. Miller, has started about 8 years ago. And their purpose is to provide service to the community. So throughout the year, every month, they help out local churches and sometimes down at the mission, unloading food from the food pantry. They've helped sort winter coats when they get those in at the beginning of winter for kids to come get. They've also put together our Veterans Day program every year. They do a memorial for 9/11 for our students in September. And then about this time every year, they put together a heroes breakfast for the local first responders. And that's what we have going on this week. And so they wanted to talk about that and invite everyone out. So I can turn it over to Brinley, and she can pass on some more details about that breakfast that's coming up.
Sure.
So it will be hosted on March 13th from 7 to 7:45 a.m. And all police, EMS, and firefighters are invited for a free breakfast. And we will be serving food and drinks. And we've been doing this for the past 8 years.
Okay.
And, any police, EMS, or firefighters listening are welcome to come out. And the kitchen staff here will be making chicken biscuits, cinnamon rolls, orange juice, milk, and coffee.
That sounds pretty dang good to me. So March 13th from 7 a.m. to 7:45 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
March 13th, 7 a.m. to 7:45 a.m. Chicken biscuits, cinnamon rolls, orange juice, coffee, and milk. That sounds like a whole lot of fun. You've been doing it now for the last 8 years. How has the response been to that? Have you gotten a whole lot of folks to come out and enjoy? And what does that make you feel kind of in the terms of giving back to the community?
So yeah, we've had an excellent response to this. It has grown every year that we've done this to expand out to other communities within our Christian County area. We have first responders come out from the Tower Hill area, Okanee. I think we've had some Taylorville people come over as well. And it's just, it gives the kids a chance to see the community members and what they do for our community, and it gives them a chance to serve those
people when they come in, and our kitchen staff here is fabulous. They make an amazing breakfast. So I would recommend to head on out and try out the chicken biscuits that we get to have here on Thursdays. And like I said, the kids plan it, and they'll be here to greet everyone that shows up, and they serve the people that come in and clean up after them. And it's just a nice time. They can kind of sit around and just share a meal together in the morning before they head off for their day.
And I've got to say, I love the idea, and it must be doing pretty dang well if we're doing it for the last 8 years now. And again, this year's Heroes Day breakfast will be on March 13th from 7 to 7:45 a.m. They'll be serving chicken biscuits and cinnamon rolls and orange juice, milk, and coffee. So anything really that you could really want in terms of a chicken biscuit and a cinnamon roll with some orange juice, that sounds pretty dang good to me. So that'll be on March 13th in the early morning. I'd love to know a little bit more about Panther Den, excuse me. Is this essentially student council, or is this something completely separate from student council?
It's essentially pretty similar, but it's got its differences, and it's like a separate group entirely.
More community based.
Okay.
Like way more community based and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, our student council here at the school focuses more on activities for the students and staff within the school. Mm-hmm. We wanted to expose the kids to the outside community and what they can do to give back. And so when Mr. Miller started this probably about 8-9 years ago, we really wanted our focus to be community-based. And so that's the sole purpose of it. We have they've also started this year a program where they collect personal items for if students are in need, if they need like soap, shampoo, toothpaste, those types of things. They have created a spot in the nurse's office that if students in need something, they can come there and get those items so that they have them at home. And so they've been doing different fundraisers and collections to collect those items as well from the community. That's been a new one this year that we've added in. So he slowly builds it every single year. And then, like I said, the kids are involved 100% in taking charge of it and putting it together, and they just take a little bit of guidance from us when they get this stuff going. So it's been a great addition to our school for sure these last couple of years. So
a community-based committee, and with the focus on that, and then student council still has the ability to focus on in-house activities and school activities. And so I think that's great to be able to separate the two and also give another opportunity to be that much more involved within the community. You mentioned that strong base that we're already standing on and that we're continuing to add to. What are some of those other events that you mentioned? Can you tell me about some of maybe even your favorite events that you guys put on over the course of the year?
Sure. Brindley, do you have a favorite event that Panther Den has done?
I really like the Veterans Day thing that we did. That was really cool.
And Brindley at our Veterans Day was the one that she's very talented musically, and she played our taps that day for everyone. So that was really cool. Milo, do you have a favorite?
I'd also probably say Veterans Day, because it was really nice getting everyone out there and in memorial of all the veterans.
And a great way to include the community is on a Veterans Day, and to be thankful and to give back to the community, especially if you're the one playing taps or you're the one greeting the folks and saying thank you for your service. I think that is fantastic. So when it comes to the Panther Den, you guys have plenty to do over the course of the year, but both for Milo and for Brindley, their favorite being the Veterans Memorial that they put on. Anything else that I should know before we wrap things up here in this first segment about Panther Den, about what you're doing, fundraisers, anything along those lines?
I really think that's probably about it. I mean, if there is a community organization out there that needs some extra hands, definitely give the school a call. They can talk to myself or to Mr. Miller here, and we can get something set up for them to come out and help, because sometimes having just those extra set of hands makes everything go a lot quicker. Like I know at the Mission, it's super helpful. They run up and down the stairs instead of some of the other people. I know the people there really appreciate the young help that they get to go up and down the stairs carrying those boxes and everything. So if there's a organization out there that could use a little help throughout the day or once a month, something, just let us know and we'll see what we can set up to help out.
Sounds great to me. Well, joining me now is Pana Junior High Principal Lisa Mayhall. I'm also joined by Brinley Tipsword and Milo Martell, and they're telling me all about Panther Den and their upcoming Heroes Day breakfast that'll be on March 13th from 7 to 7:45 a.m. They'll be serving chicken biscuits and cinnamon rolls and orange juice, milk, coffee, and the likes. And so first responders in mind and giving back to the community is what Panther Den is all about from learning here today. So thank you so much to you three for joining me. We'll be back around to talk a little bit about Lego robotics, the STEM class, and more at Pana Junior High. You're listening to the WTIM Pana Morning Show.
Your information station. WTIM.
Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn and beans higher, wheat trading lower. May corn up 4.76. July corn up 3 1/4, 4.81 3/4. December new crop 4.56 3/4, up 1 3/4. May beans up 4 1/4, 10.18 1/4. July beans up 4, 10.32 1/4. November new crop 10.20 1/2, up 2 3/4. May wheat down 2, 5.60 1/2. July wheat down 2 1/2, 5.74 3/4. May bean meal 302.20, that's down a dime. May bean oil 42.45, up 19 cents. Livestock market, March feeders up 37 cents, 277.42. April live cattle down 20 cents, $200.37. April lean hogs 87.95, down 35 cents. Energy market, April crude oil up 73 cents, 66.76. And I'm Jim Taylor on the RFD Radio Network.
This is Ashley Basso with People's Bank and Trust, where customers have one business banker who understands their business and provides the right financial services to achieve their financial goals. Your business banker is your single source for all your financial needs, from cash management to lines of credit, from mortgages to equipment loans, and everything in between. Call me at 888-PBT-1954. Bank with People's Bank and Trust so you can spend your time running your business, not explaining it. At People's Bank and Trust, we put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Attention hunters and gun owners, you must get to Locked and Loaded Sportsman Paradise in Pana. Take the short drive and shop Central Illinois' premier gun shop. Come see the huge inventory of firearms, ammo, hunting supplies, and accessories. In stock now, custom designed Locked and Loaded t-shirts and headgear. Brush up on your shooting skills at the indoor range featuring 7 shooting lanes. If it has to do with firearms or hunting, you'll find it at Locked and Loaded on Route 16 East in Pana. Locked and Loaded, open 6 days a week. Like them on Facebook.
The Christian County Economic Development Corporation is a not-for-profit organization whose mission is to promote the creation and retention of jobs and to increase the economic tax base through the development, establishment, and expansion of commerce and industry in the Christian County area. I'm Matt Hart, CCEDC's new Executive Director. I'm here to work with existing county employers as well as develop relationships towards creating new jobs in our county. Feel free to reach out to me, Matt Hart, by clicking our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
CTI is the only internet company that offers a price lock for life on gig-by-gig residential fiber internet at $69.95 per month. You can't control most costs, but you can control the price of your internet. Sign up by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Cousin Bill here from Illinois Paving. Hey, Christian County and surrounding area, let us do your paving job, whether large or small this year. Find out how we can do your paving project by clicking on the icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and we're back around with our final segment of our WTIM Pana Morning Show. We're focused today on Pana Junior High School. Earlier, we talked about Panther Den. Now we're going to talk about Mr. Schmidt's Lego Robotics and STEM class, and I'm excited to do so. And it's all possible with partners and with sponsorships like People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, as well as Pizza Man, Your Pana Save a Lot, Locked and Loaded Limited. And thanks to those great folks. So we talked about Panther Den. Now we want to talk about Lego Robotics and the STEM class. And if you would, just fill me in. What are we doing in said class?
So all students here at the junior high, outside of their what we call 5 core classes, they are also able to sign up for what we call elective classes. We offer a variety of classes to students that kind of fit things that they're interested in and maybe possible careers that they might want to go into someday. So we do have quite a few STEM classes. We have our music classes, we have art, some classes focus in on gardening. We've done Hunter's Ed too throughout the year. Money 101 has been some options as well. But the one that we are going to talk about today is, like you said, Mr. Schmitz's Lego Robotics class, where the kids are introduced into building a Lego robot from some kits that we have that Lego puts out for schools. And once they build that robot, then they are responsible for coding it so that it moves. And then they've created some different tasks for the robot to do. And then from there, they build up to more specific challenges and just kind of increase their problem-solving skills. It increases in complexity as like how hard the challenges end up being. So the kids start off kind of following a manual and building, but then once they got the basics, then they're given the ability to be more creative and build their own robot, how they want it to look and what they want it to do. And it just kind of goes from there. You know, we really want the kids to be creative, and we want them to be problem solvers. And so this is a great class that allows them to do that. Well, so I've got Chance here. So if you have any questions for him, or he can talk about it a little bit more as well.
Absolutely. And Chance Lucas joining us here on the Panda Morning Show as well. And Chance, the first thing I'd like to know is, how does class look like for you? What are you guys doing, working within groups? And can you kind of give me an idea of just putting the robot together as a whole?
Putting the robot together was not too big of a challenge due to it being Lego still, even though it's still robotics.
Mm-hmm.
And we do work in groups of 2 around the classroom. But what we necessarily do, our main goal, is to get around a course which is timed, and I'm pretty sure at the end we're going to race our robots around the course by timing them. And the whole goal in general is to get it through the course by coding and just adjusting your robot until it works in general.
Yeah, well, and the coding side of it too, don't let me forget about it, because that's going to be a unique challenge in its own right, I am sure. And for you, Chance, what is your favorite challenge, or what are your favorite courses that you're maybe working on when putting your robot through them?
One of my favorite challenges that we have to do probably is, there's a duck we have to move from the deep end of like a sort of little water area to the shallow end using our robot. And we have to do it without making our robot go into the deep end. And this water, like, it isn't actual water, but it's the
It's the thought behind it.
There's like a section of the table that's deemed the deep water.
Yeah. Well, you definitely don't want your robot taking a dunk in the pool, probably. So I get it. Chance, for you, as we wrap things up, what do you love so much about the STEM classes that are being offered to you? Is this something that's kind of maybe inspiring a career choice in the future?
I would say it is, but what I love about it is the challenge necessarily of getting your robot around this course and the days it takes to do it.
So you like a challenge, you like some time being spent on something, and I appreciate you taking a little bit of your time here today to speak with me about Mr. Schmitz's Lego Robotics STEM class. As mentioned earlier, we heard about Pana and their Panther Den. They'll be hosting a Heroes Day breakfast March 13th from 7 to 7:45 a.m. Lisa, thank you so much for joining me here on the Pana Morning Show, and Chance, same to you. We'll be signing off here for the day, and you are listening to the WTIM Pana Morning Show, brought to you by People's Bank and Trust and Landmark of Taylorville.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville, 107.9 W300 EH Payne and Nokomis.
From townhall.com, I'm Rich Thomason. The stock market continues to struggle in the aftermath of yesterday's heavy losses. The Dow in particular has taken a hit this morning. The blue chip index has been down well over 550 points at times. President Trump hasn't had much to say about Wall Street's woes.
As Wall Street continued its sell-off to begin the week, the president did not make any public appearances and no public statements about the stock market on Monday. However, he was active on social media, sharing several dozen favorable articles about himself and Republican praise for his leadership. Over the weekend, the president refused to rule out a possible recession, which further spooked investors.
White House correspondent Greg Clugston. A U.S. delegation led by Secretary of State Rubio is meeting with Ukrainian officials in Saudi Arabia. The discussions focus on finding a way to end the 3-year war with Russia. The meeting comes hours after Russian air defenses shot down more than 335 Ukrainian drones over 10 regions.